All right, and welcome as we dive into our next session together. We come into our insanity as our brave heroes had just come out and defeated a creature that had been poisoning the land itself, vines going deep through spiritual glacier energy, as well as sapping strength from the storms that raged above, funneling that into the land and absorbing various life forms to send them out to slowly take over the surrounding areas. They had namely seen this and heard of this creature uh, from a village where one person had been infected. And from there, after meeting a tribe that had given them some advice, they cornered this creature and came to a somewhat intense stand as they found themselves thrown about and depleted. Many died, yet a few were able, enough survived. Layla and Nala, for Nayla to sacrifice her own energy and life to bring back her fallen comrades. And with that, as you look about now, it's been almost half a day since the vines had shriveled. Laura and Azariah, your body's a weak. You only have the 1 HP, wounds still hurt, and you drag yourself in pain as Nala gathers you together protectively. What would you all like to do?
Um, Feeling emotionally and physically, probably and mentally stretched. Huh. And knowing that Laura and I might need some time to fully process what we've been through in the last, maybe even if it took, 9 hours or whatnot, or less than that, we were dead. Um, so I lay down tiredly, and grab some things out of my pack almost haphazardly, and start working on a ritual to at least provide some space for Alora and I to lay our heads without any issues of anyone coming in without expending their own magical powers to do so. So I'm going to start on a ritual to do a tiny hut.
Nice.
And I'll rub on the constellation as I kind of go through it. There wasn't too many people that did rituals in our group besides Layla and myself. So I just kind of methodically work through that.
Absolutely. And with that, Anything else anybody like to do? How do all of you see as the casting, this barrier is going up? Now you see them on the ground. It's just kind of RP or anything you all would like to begin to do.
I think Nala will let them obviously take a rest because she knows they're not going to be able to make the trek without some sleep. So she is going to spend her time not venturing far from here, but just gathering up things like logs and maybe some probably not a lot of fruit out in this wintry mountain range.
You kind of gone through this heart of the glacier, so it's like it would be like what's left over from these plants and even like animals that had tried to consume that you'd be trying to give you the idea of like what you might be finding.
So she'll use what bits she can and to create herself a fire because she knows it's even in this little cave here, you know, it's going to get cold at night, and but nonetheless, as the body heat has been pretty much keeping them warm, kind of like an igloo in here. She still needs to do that anyway because she's got a couple of things she's going to try to cook for them to help them when they wake up, so they'll have something to eat. And she knows they're going to have to be moving soon, and so she just wants to make that a little easier while she's doing that. And her mind's just kind of replaying the events, and just she's just kind of to herself right now.
All right. What from Alora?
Laura, seeing everything that has transpired, she's kind of lost in her own thoughts. So she hasn't really moved from where she's been at. Mainly, she's been just laying there, staring at the sky, just pondering her thoughts on her own demise and such. Sorry, I had to talk a little bit. She doesn't essentially know how to process what has happened, since this is essentially contradicting how she used to believe how things went. She wasn't necessarily scared of death. She's more or less uneasy about coming back from it. Since how she's lived and how she's been, death was just a regular natural order of things. So to come back from it is a bit unnatural.
Gotcha. So it's just kind of processing this idea that you're not, almost like you're not supposed to return.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Makes sense. And with that, the barrier goes up, and you all can know that you are safe. And as you kind of take stock, looking about, I think. So Nala, what does Nala kind of notice about maybe the wounds that remind her or bring back to her how serious all of this was.
Well, she's not watching them while they sleep because they're in the hut. But the next morning, she would, as she prepared things and whatnot. I kind of picture that she's at this point probably packing everything up and just probably has the breakfast ready to go. And so as soon as they are able to leave the hut, and she's pretty much just kind of sitting there, just kind of waiting on them at this point. Because she had already slept before they got up.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. But yeah, you would still have to sleep to not get exhaustion because they would be up for the day. But it's
what
all
ended
good.
up happening is, if you remember correctly, she and Layla had slept, and
Right.
then they resurrected them, and now it sounds like they went immediately to sleep. So it's, it's kind of
what we're trying to say is that they would have had to stay up for the day before they get the long rest. But it's fine.
Oh, okay. I got you.
But,
I got you. So yeah, she'll probably just sleep with her blanket next to the fire and the entrance.
All right. In that case, if there's nothing else want to say RP out, you can take your long rest here. And in that time, you still feel weakened by the ordeal of being forcibly brought back and ripped from destiny. As you can see, the vines here begun to shrivel a bit, as you hope that there's, no seeds or root of life left in them.
You'd hear the sizzling food, and the smell would probably catch you as soon as you left the hut.
I want to do a thing, I guess, now that I'm awake and smelling the delicious food. There is something I want to do before we disembark here. As I kind of look through the ritual that Layla used to bring Laura and I back, I gather a few things. And is there when we sat down to sleep last night, was there a particular spot in this? I know because we're in the mountains still. Was there a particular spot where maybe moonlight or stars were coming down into this space?
Not here, because you're deep underground.
Okay.
Under Glacier, you'd have to travel to get back out. So if you remember, you had gone to Glacier, and then you had to deal with the two spirits. They then opened basically a hole in the ground, and then you went through this long tunnel. So you're very away from that.
Okay, then I'll wait. I'll just gather this stuff that I can from that ritual. I'll gather. Obviously the anything that was left, any magical items. Money, maybe her holy symbol. She had one to gather, but anything that we she would have used in that ritual, I would have gathered, and then I guess we'll just head away until I could find a spot in an opening.
Got it.
Where is Allura?
Huh?
Oh, there you are. Everyone should eat. We need to get moving soon.
You don't have to tell me twice. I'm starving.
It was a rough. It's been a rough trip.
You tell me about it. You know, it's weird. I thought that maybe when everything was done and your experience here was over, that you learned something. But I'm not sure how long I was gone for, but I didn't see Uriel. I didn't see those that I've lost before or anything to really give me closure. I did see one thing, though. I seen an empty school. That was weird. It made me uncomfortable.
What did it mean?
I wish I knew. But I mostly am kind of feel an echo of, I don't know, like Layla's goodbye. I wasn't able to hear her last words to us. Felt this thing, whatever this is, and I point to the constellation like burned to our skin. I think this was our last touch from her. And this gift that I woke up to, I'm not able to thank her for.
Yes, you are.
How so?
When it's night and the stars are out, you can thank her then.
I think you're right.
You know, Azariah, Layla was different from the others. We've been on this trek for so long. We've had people from our clan. Many of them found other things and moved on. But Layla's departure has a bit more finality to it. And I wasn't prepared for that either.
It made me think of something of when I had helped to fight the beast that killed Uriel. Even when I thought that I was going to fail myself. Is this all? I don't know. I just feel like sometimes, am I worth the cost? And is my life worth the cost that it takes to preserve it? And that's why I've always wanted to get strong and protect those around me so that they wouldn't have to worry about me, so that I could be the one to save and prevent deaths or give it out when needed.
Well, I don't think any life is worth costs of. But we live with. Well, we live.
Hmm. So it goes.
Alora, you've been quiet.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you how you are, but are you up for the trip?
As long as it gets me out of here. I suppose so.
Hmm.
Well, when we're done eating, I would suggest we to leave here without Layla.
I think the only thing that is to do is continue forward and shining the light of the stargazer that once was in our ranks. First, we can go to that little village to reassure them that everything should be okay, and we should go to Guntar after and check on that man or thing in the house.
Yes,
But
that's,
before we do head out the mountains, I would like to leave something in honor of Layla.
of course.
All right. Are you ready to make your way?
You both get 20 temp HP.
Yay.
Whoa, food. Let's go.
I think Nala will lead.
Makes sense. So I think moving forward, you climbed down, having to avoid the tendrils, and here you can see them again, withered over a day of a lack of nourishment and the cold coming through as you make your way under. Already, the melted ice and refreezing has narrowed the tunnels just a little bit as you have to now make the long climb up. How would you all like to do that?
Well, we should have leftover rope there, right? No one cut it on our way down.
I think. Oh no, I have some rope.
Well, we had like when we got down here, we had left that rope that got us down here.
I don't think I used my rope on that.
No, I know it was me and Layla gave up some rope to get down.
Yeah.
Here.
So
is that rope still dangling, Matt, or did someone cut it, or is it?
It is still there.
Okay. So yeah, I knew that. We did have some troubles with some of the spikies on the way down, but seeing that they might be a little floppy, I'll just grab onto a rope and use my momentum to kind of put my feet on the side that where like I'd straddle maybe some of the old vines and work my way up.
Okay. Yeah, then I'd say everyone give me an athletics check.
Oh, yeah. Don't have any.
Oh wow, that's not.
Minus,
That's not.
-3.
That's not good. Uh,
He
That's
said that's
yeah, that's a 4.
minus, basically -1 for me. Okay, 18.
That is a pretty much a -1 for me. I just rolled low. Every low.
Nice. All right. What are those numbers again?
18 for me.
That's a
And
3 for
3.
me.
Okay. What an elegant.
29.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So I would say what's it look like for Laura in this weakness? And I would say Azariah and Nala, how do you like help her overcome as she's in danger of falling and slipping here?
So essentially, what they're seeing is her mind's out in like somewhere else. She's not really focusing, and with the weakness of coming back from the dead, she's not able to grip the rope tight enough than what she would normally be able to. Normally, she's more agile and more focused, but being resurrected seemed to rattle her from inside her mind a bit.
Hmm.
So I can imagine that like I went up first, and then Laura went up, and then Nala behind us to kind of since she's the strongest, just in case. So as I'm like moving up, I could maybe feel the like the wiggle and like the loose ness of the rope right behind me as it doesn't isn't as taut as it once was,
Mhm.
and I yell out to Nala, grab her, and trying to warn Nala that Laura might be coming down.
Nala wants to do an insight on Alora.
All right.
19.
And what are they trying to understand?
I'm trying to see if I pick up on the fact that her mind is elsewhere.
Okay. What do you think, Laura?
Oh no, it's pretty dang obvious,
Okay.
and I'm pretty sure with everything that that they've traveled together and talked to each other and became pretty close. It's pretty obvious that the main reason why she's thinking somewhere else is that she thinks she's supposed to be dead, and her being resurrected is in a way against nature, against nature itself. Not in the sense that she's not happy that she's alive, but more or less the uneasiness of something that powerful being able to bring her back when normally she shouldn't be able to.
All right. I'll assume Nala doesn't quite pick up all of that, but she at least gets enough to know that Alora is bothered and probably about something more than just the fact that Layla's gone. And so what she's going to do, and I just remember she's still in child form, but she'll come up beside Alora, and she's going to use this as an opportunity to kind of not so much distract Alora, but to keep her mind focused. And so she figures having herself right next to her will help with that while she's talking to her. And so the first thing that she's going to say when she gets up to her is she's like, hey, did you ever hear about a group they were called something like the Fallen Angels or something like that. And it was a crazy eclectic group. They were, I think one of them was a wizard, and one of them was a healer, and maybe more than one was a wizard. Now that I think about it, but they would go on all these adventures right here in Isilria. I heard about them when I was traveling through a town once, and well, it's funny because when I died, the time that I died with Layla, I thought that, well, I thought there was like going to be this moment of just absolute realization of my entire existence, and like everything would make sense. And instead I ended up in the stomach of some nasty looking animal. I guess the reason why I was bringing up this was because I remember hearing stories about that group, and sometimes they would fall and sometimes they would rise again. In fact, I think they eventually went from calling themselves the Fallen to the Risers or something like that. Like, I don't know. Did you ever hear stories about them?
I did not. But actually, hold up. Let me make an insight check to see whether or not it's essentially she's trying to say something just to make her feel a bit better. Oh, that's a 21.
21 minus what?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, 21 minus 3 is 19. So it's the exact same fucking roll I just rolled.
Okay. No. She and I can tell you this actually kind of truthfully. She's not trying to make you feel better. What she is trying to do, however, is and you might pick up on this, is that she genuinely is concerned about you, but she also wants to talk to you because you now share something in common, which is the fact that you both died and now you're both back. And she's kind of, you can probably tell that she's never talked about this with you before because you had not experienced it, and now that you have experienced it, it's like this moment where she can start engaging you on the subject a little bit. And she also kind of gets this feeling like you might want to talk about it, and so it just seemed like the perfect opportunity. But yeah, she also has an ulterior motive, which is to help you get out of here without your mind distracting you. I'll let you decide if you pick up on that or
not. Probably not that, since she was more focused on if it was making. She was saying all that stuff to make her feel better about dying. I have not heard of them, but that does certainly sound like us. We definitely get our asses kicked on the daily, and we somehow always find a way to get up from that.
Yeah.
Despite the overwhelming presence of failure.
Yeah, and like for me, it was, I don't know if it's the same for you, but when I went down, I actually felt kind of guilty at first because I felt like I was not done. But that's just me, and I'm actually curious if you felt the same way or different.
No, I felt at peace. You see, the way I've lived my life is with an understanding that death is a natural part of life. And besides, our adventures take us to some very crazy and very dangerous places. So, um, for me to not expect the risk of death is pretty negligent. It's just a bit off-putting that being essentially tossed there and being ripped back is sort of new for me. Even magic itself, I don't really have a good hold or a good idea of it. Even though I can use it myself.
It goes back. This is exactly what I've been saying about magic. It's unnatural, and I think you're tapping into that now. And oh, that's such
Well,
a
no, that I wouldn't say it's unnatural.
really.
Because if it was unnatural, it wouldn't exist.
But if it is natural, then you coming back because of magic is natural. Got you.
Well, no, not necessarily.
All right.
Well,
I'm
I
assuming we're
suppose.
getting close to the top,
Yeah, as you're kind of having this, and I think this is this.
unless you had something. I didn't mean to cut you off, Laura.
No, I did. I said I suppose that's true, depending on the user. As she looks straight at Azariah, that seems to completely get mesmerized in that.
I'm like imagining like I'm like leaving you guys because to like what seemed like a personal conversation since Nala like put her arms around you and like talking to you. So I'm like I hear my name and I'm like just continue.
Yeah, like when he like pokes his head down, I'm like looking at you as a clear indication that she has not forgotten or forgiven him for knocking her out twice.
Yeah, we got to get him back for that. He's attacked me twice.
I mean, I shot an arrow through his book, so I'd say that's for revenge, I suppose.
I'll throw away all of his coffee.
Do not. After presentation, that stuff every day to keep it fresh.
Very cool. In that case, I think Azariah, Jade, I'm going to throw this to you because, well, I guess yeah. So we'll actually do it this way. You three of you are able to now finally make it up into the kind of chamber that had been set aside. This vast area where you had witnessed the forms, the slow-moving glacier woman, Avishvial, and the continuous storm, Rasveki. And as you come now, you see there's a stillness to both, just a slow breeze and only slight rumble from the clouds. And the ice moves slow, and they both give off the impression within the way their elements form them of like resting or sleeping.
Okay. Well, that's good. I don't want to disturb their slumber.
Do they look like they're at peace? Based on looking at them from here.
Investigation check.
Yeah. Can you give me a perception check?
Alrighty.
I will too, since I missed this part last time. Oh, come on. Give me better rolls than that, though. I got a 12. Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on. If I have advantage on that, I just rolled it twice, right? I completely forgot because this is the first
Yeah.
time I've been using it. Okay, I do have advantage in this. I will roll twice. All right, and of course I rolled the exact same fucking number. That's still a 12.
You got a 12?
Yeah, no, I got a 9, but I got my precision's a +6, but the -6, so I got a 12. I rolled a 9 twice.
I had advantage as well, and I rolled a 12 twice.
Okay. So you both had what numbers?
12.
12.
4 times.
Jeez. So looking at them, yeah. There's a distinct sense of rest. Like you can see enough movement to go like you don't think they're like dead or statuesque or anything like that. But as far as like how restful, exactly what's going on, um, you're not entirely sure. There's just this slight peace, but beyond that,
Hmm.
I don't remember, but did they say they were going to sleep well after we did this?
Well, they did say that this creature thing was siphoning off their life force, so I could imagine that they are trying to gain some of that back.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, maybe we could help them. Possibly. It's an idea, but who knows? Maybe it might work. She says as she takes out a patch of her rations to lay them out as like a sensible offering to the I forgot what his name is.
a Respecki.
Yeah, the one I'm went to as an offering. I know for a fact after a good rest, the first thing I want to do is eat some food.
Okay. You place it out and I'll give you a choice. You can either essentially imbue this offering with a spell slot or with more physical power in way of exhaustion. What would you like to do?
Oh, that's perfect. I have one more spell slot. Second level spell slot. Thank God.
How do you have one more? We just
I am so sorry. I have my brain. My brain is not functioning. But yes, I will do that. You know what? I want this to be a great meal. I'm gonna sacrifice the third level.
Okay, I like that. It's very good. So that energy bursts out of you and rests upon this ration. What can describe the ration for me? What do you think it is here?
So, seeing again how her nature is, I am assuming that most of the ration is forages from the forest. So, like a sense of berries, fruits, and just a little bit of actual dried jerky meat from the hunts she's gone before in the past.
Nice. All right. As you display that out, it has a glow to it as you can see it absorb in, and the storm kind of rekindles slightly.
Oh, that's not normal, is it?
And then kind of returns to its normal pattern. But now it seems like it's a little bit more lively. So whatever you've done does seem to have done some amount of good.
Interesting. Well, what do you guys think? It looks like, well, at least to me, it would serve as good things for them helping us out. in that battle that we totally wouldn't have been able to been able to do without their help.
Yeah, I don't know. This probably won't help. Wouldn't help Rafiki, but I will go to the altar of Ifshal, someone I am connected with, and while I don't have any ruins of ice absorption anymore, I do have 8 frozen ruins, which I don't remember where the hell I got them from. But I will take 4 of them and place them in front, hoping that with the coldest and frozen ruins around, they would be able to gain some of their strength faster.
Okay. Place those seem to be like more of like a slow energy, and thus kind of connecting as this ice kind of flows and breathes into the two of you, and the storm goes through. You feel they had been holding out so long against these thorns and giving both of you this last burst of energy that's going to take some time for them to rekindle, to soak up the energies around. They're just in extremely weakened states.
Yeah, I can imagine it's like once, it's like starting as a small flake of snow, and then it has to accumulate slowly until it really gets that rolling down the mountain, I guess. But seeing as this isn't quite a place that is lit and has a lot of sky around, I would definitely like to continue after we do this little ritual here.
Yeah. Anything for Nala?
Not really sure what to do here, or if I even can do anything here. So I think Nala is kind of probably just gonna wait and see if somebody asks her to do something, because she's a little clueless about how to help, and but she is still here.
Yeah, it's a little different than the spirits that she's relied on, so it's sort of there.
You see, sorry. I'd be saying to Nala, like, "Hey, are you going to give him something to give thanks, or just to be nice to the kind higher spirits?"
I don't know what I have. Let's see. I have. I mean, I could pour them a cup of hot cocoa.
Ooh, that sounds pretty good.
All right. So she'll do exactly that. She uses, she creates the 2, I forgot what they're called, but they're part of one of her features, I think. Wait, does she not have that ability? I had her mixed up with somebody else. No, she does not, I think, have that. I don't think she has the chef feat. And I thought she did. No, that's right. She gets hers from that other thing. Okay. No, she doesn't have that. I mean, to be fair, I mean, I served with Draugr, who was also there, and I'm sure he'll want some type of penance. I'm just not as familiar with these two, and I don't want to be disrespectful. So they didn't really talk to me anyway. They just kind of were recruiting the 2 of you, and so I think if I'm just here for moral support, maybe they'll understand. I don't know, unless they want a weapon. I'm not much of a magic person. I don't own a lot. I could give him a copy of my book. It's about. I just walk up with a copy. Look, Stone-hearted lovers. And I just place it down and pat it. It's a pretty good read. Okay.
It might provide some entertainment, so who knows?
Love it. Is there any amount of you that you imbue into that, or?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's her writing. That's her.
I'd say, yeah, I'd say if you wanted to put in like a level of exhaustion or anything like that.
Ooh, can I help her and imbue some magic into that?
I think. Well, if it has to come from Nala, then she will. Yeah, she'll put a level of exhaustion in there. Then.
Okay. So again, the book. It's when the book kind of like sinks in, almost like it becomes part of them, and the words kind of flow through their beings. This offering. If you watch it, absorbed and become one with them. And then you hear kind of whispered in cracks of ice and the thunder of this. Thank you. To all of you. As you ascend further, now into where the ice walls of the glacier open up, and finally, the night sky can be seen. Large and bright here. Being in the dark, the stars seem to shine brighter. This countless colors of purple in the sky. This, again, if we envision just this zero light pollution from anywhere within hundreds of miles, this pure black with bright shining lights. I know, Azariah, you had a very particular purpose here, and if there's anything you feel like you would see or experience.
Yeah, with kind of, something I want to let go. I think, and I guess the ritual that I'm doing is also to kind of help me do that as well, because I spent a lot of time living with survivor's guilt when I did have that encounter with my brother dying. So I kind of want to mentally and physically relieve myself of that guilt, emotionally if I have to, as I kind of tap into the two markings that I have received recently, right? The consolation from Layla, which I could imagine is maybe, adorned on top of the mountainscape that is across my chest from Ishjal. I kind of lean into the cold, right? The cold embrace of death, of being alone, of uncertainty, of space. And I try to find comfort within it.
So what might we see as you do that? This deep breath, this first time being outside.
Well, usually I can imagine when I don't, when since I'm resistant to being cold as I take this breath, you do see a frosty exhale, which doesn't usually happen. And being out here, I suddenly feel like I know exactly what to do. And I get out on the ground using chalk and ash, etching things in the ground with my dagger. Perhaps, actually, a constellation that Layla used often. I'll etch into the middle of it, and as I do, I lay out a few of our things, forming a shape of stars, and there's tiny stones, maybe a little fun guy here and there. It just forms a crude map of the heavens. Layla, stargazer of the void, your light is not lost. It has only moved beyond the veil. And I will get out a bowl and put water into it so that it reflects the skies above. And I start to whisper her name, and I'll place a little thread into the water where it floats and glistens like a wandering star. May the threads you followed guide you still across the dark into the arms of constellations old and waiting. And I use one of my rings that has a little sharp edge, and I prick my finger, and a single drop of blood fall into the bowl, letting it ripple through the starlight on the surface. This is my vow. Your sacrifice will not be forgotten. Your life became mine, and in return I shall carry your light with me. Let my blood remember what your soul cannot hold. What my soul cannot hold. And I'll step back and let the wind take over and look at the star to see if I see any. Look at the stars or the sky above to see if I see any signs.
And I think definitively you do. As you look, there's almost a ripple in the night sky. And there's bright stars of constellations here. But there's also almost innumerable just pinpricks that almost looks like silver dust scattered. And among in that dust, there's just almost like a shimmer as you stare. And Nala and Alora, you can both see. I think you see the slight ripple too in the night, and a star-hued blue and a star-hued red appear where you don't recall seeing them. And you can see a shape of Raffen and of Dragarvagar. It's almost as though the stars shift slightly, or if it's the sky, to almost turn and nod. Any other moments that anybody would have here?
Alana would just repeat what she said when she came back to life. What a beautiful sky.
Hmm.
She says, smiling.
Nala, with the sight of the uncorrupted night sky with its many colors and just the whole cosmos bright, I think we'll write down a few notes of what she sees.
Very good. Now, you seem to be almost at the top of the glacier here, looking down and out and the vast kind of wilderness. Seen thusly, what would you all like to do?
About how far are we from being able to get to the point of where that village was from here?
Well, you've spent a few days, you know that they would have moved on by now.
Okay.
So you would
Yeah,
have
they did say they were wandering. Yeah. They did say-
Yeah, because one of the things you did was to make it so that they'd survive the journey before you left them, so that they could get it going. So they wouldn't want to have wasted any of that.
All right.
It doesn't mean you can't catch up. It just means story-wise, that's what we would do. We would
Right.
catch up as opposed to like go back to it. That's all. Now remind me, because I know you're rank 2 in your spirit, but Nala, I believe you're only tier 1 so far. Am I correct? Okay. And grab.
They must have really liked your book.
So here it is, and you're a tier 2, aren't you, Elora?
No, I'm only one.
You're 2. Okay, perfect. So as you stare, then you do feel a renewed strength as your spirits begin, and I think Nala, you all right, we're gonna hold off for a second because I'm gonna give you what I have for your ability here, but well, actually, I'll tell you what I had because I'm just realizing, because you were also a different class at the time, not class but subclass. I have, when you hit a creature with an attack, it must succeed on a strength saving throw or be knocked prone. Is that duplicating anything you have?
I think that I do have. I think I do have something that requires. It's called Infectious Fury. It's they have to make a wisdom save, or they take psychic damage, or they have to use their turn to attack a friend.
Okay, but it's not. So it's not a prone effect. Perfect. So then I'll give that over to you. So I remember because variants have all types of things here. All right, so put that in the handouts. As if you have a deeper connection, what do you imagine your mark from Jargavagar does as you receive this? Nala.
It might change a different hue or something like that. A different shade. Like it brightens and then goes back.
All right. And then I think the Mark of the Raven on you, Alora, kind of flutters for a moment and swirls around you, whispers in your ear, I'm here to help. And you can now cast Animal Messenger without expending a spell slot.
Ooh, sweet. Okay, so this is the bigger question, though. It's essentially, do I have that spell by itself? Because I only have that spell because of the equipment I have.
You have that spell because of this gift.
Okay, so then if I were to take off the pollinator equipment, then I'd still have that gift.
Correct.
Okay, sweet. Need to clarify.
Yeah. Indeed, receiving your blessings as thanks for answering the call. And again, this feeling that they would want to do more, but this effort has made them weak. They just extend their blessings to the two of you. Again, looking down. Guess what might you see from this view that draws your interest as to your next point of exploration or destination at this juncture?
We need to go get supplies. Before we do much else. And
Oh, I don't disagree with you, Nala. I think we should make sure that we leave Gunta in a better place than we found it. We did return the children, but that creature was in the building, and we should make sure that it is taken care of. And then we could head over to the big city.
I worry if it's not taken care of, we're not in no condition to fight it right now. Maybe if we could just take a brief detour and then go there.
I think if it's not handled, then we would leave that town up for future people to move in. It would be decimated by then. And I don't think that whatever was in that house was nearly as powerful as the main route that we fought earlier. I feel more confident to attack that thing how I am now than I did when we were going to face the route. That's for sure.
Really?
Really.
You think you can handle it?
Better than I felt then, that's for sure.
How well do you see?
You say, how well do I see?
Mm-hmm.
I put my hands out in front of me and like change the amount of fingers I have up. I think I'm still good. I think I can see quite well.
Nala wants to try to slap you.
I mean, I'll let her hit. And what was that for?
You see nothing. Rocky moment.
I mean, she's right. If you were able to see, you would have been able to dodge that.
Look, all I'm saying is I don't want her sacrifice to be for nothing.
Well, how about this? To get to where the city, we need to pass by that way anyway. The fort, there's no telling that the fort would have more there than what the main city of this region would. And to get to Elkan, you have to go down and pass through Guntar.
All right, Alora, what do you think?
I mean, I would like to get rid of that pest in that house. Either that or burn it down.
Yeah,
As-
I'm hoping that it's not there still, but I mean, you never know. So
Well, the other thing too is it's not necessarily doomed if we do leave it, because as I remember it, it was covered in vines, and since we took care of that source, it should be. I don't want to jinx us, but it should be a lot easier.
that's what we're hoping. We're hoping that it took care of it completely. But you know, from the week or two that we were gone, it definitely grew a lot. From what I remember, and I guess I'm gonna put something in the map real quick, or in the chat real quick, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
On Discord, can you tell me if the red X is where I think we are, if we're close to that region?
Sure.
I'm going to put it in mid game. So I know we went northeast.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you're a little deeper, but yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, to get through, basically, if we want to take a shot where we're going safely through the roads, we need to go east and down, and we'd be passing through Guntar anyway. So we might as well just. I think it's best if we at least do our due diligence to make sure that the creature really did lose its source. And if it is growing again, it can't be as strong as it once was since its source is gone. And if it's not there, then we, did our work and we're just strolling through. We say hi and we say bye and we go to the new city. So, what says everyone else?
I'm
Sorry.
voted, so I'm following.
As per usual, Laura is eating food, as in Alex is eating food. But yeah, so I prefer it, we not leave that there. After all, so for every single quest that we have taken up upon ourselves, we finished that, and I would rather not start having a losing section. But I do understand that we are pretty weak right now, and I think it might be smart enough to at least gain some of our strength as well as some supplies if we are going to make the attempt.
Well, maybe you can earn yourself a rest when we get into town, and that would help us a little bit.
Well, let's go.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Absolutely. So yeah, and you still have some days to travel. Like, it's not like it's like right down there. Yeah. So, with that, begin pushing down here. Quickly pushing yourselves down, and trying to climb down through the glacial mass here. You can see already there seems to be a few more birds in the air, beings trying to return. As you find it's gone like a little smoother, a little more ready to accept you. And all right, I'd say you first come to where you saw the traveling settlement. Say mostly clean, but you can just see a bit of, rocks disheveled. They'd been there a while, so there's most indentations, a few scratches where they were. And I would say, just what are the kind of places? How's everyone beginning to, like, what's it look like for you all to begin to make this journey?
Yeah, now that we're off the mountaintop, I take off my snowshoes and I look maybe slightly less comfortable because I actually do really like the cold. And while we're passing through the little encampment, or once was the encampment, I would look for any signs of anything left behind of note for us or good luck. But I will pretty much just be, because I think this was a little bit closer, not super close to the road, but a little bit closer. So then I'll just be, looking at the sun and planning our trip and thinking about when we should rest and all that type of deal. Trying to keep my mind going and on task, on a task.
As for Laura, Matt, when I received the other blessing, I'm assuming my mark that I had for that also changed as well.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, then I would imagine Laura would be doing the same, changing into her warm clothes, patting herself down from the snow, and then seeing that she had a bit of snow on her her hair, she'd pat that down only to realize that she's got more white hair.
Whoa, nice.
And she'll look at Nala as like her hair is like swinging in front of her face. And she looks at Nala. I don't look old, do I?
I've had white hair for a while.
Well, yes, but you're a child, and I'm only hang on, 195. That's
Laura,
not too old for my age, right?
I
I'm
like.
not a child.
I smirk like hard.
I am probably as old as you, if not older.
Right, but I can't fake my age like you can.
Well, it's not like I.
It's like when you have like a hypersensitivity to alcohol, and your friends are like, "Oh, so it's so cool that you get drunker quicker," and they're like, "No, like I damn near die if I have a beer." Like, it's a curse, not a blessing.
Does Nala say anything?
What?
I don't know if Nala's responding or not.
To which part? I thought I had responded.
To the fact that I said, "Oh, you at least you can fake your age."
Oh no, she responded. She said, "I didn't choose that ability."
Well, that may be so, but that still doesn't change the fact you can.
What? No, I don't. No, it happens randomly. I don't just go, today I'm going to be a kid.
Okay, fine, I'll drop it.
How did you earn your white hair? You know what I had to do? I almost died twice.
But technically, you did die.
Well, actually, no. Yeah, I did die twice. The first time I died, I got the white hair.
As for what I did to earn my white hair, a bird poked their beak on my head. How's that?
I hate you.
I hate you's crazy.
Amazing. So you continue through your little conversations. And all right, then I would say everybody roll me a d8, please.
Two.
4.
And then Laura? Are you there, Laura?
I'm back. Sorry. 3.
Okay. In that case, this day you can see again some of the carnage that the vines had done. You see things like the vine beasts that you had encountered on your way begin to have more or less perished. The the weak ones, the ones that take in birds and wolves, as well as other various forms. And I would say, what there's a party you can give me these. This is something that you kind of see that gives you a bit of like hope, um, and something that just gives you pause and a little bit of worry about what is happening. Anyone would like to go?
Hope. We pass a caravan of traders who are very friendly, and it means that there are friendly people in the area.
I was just thinking that there was no signs of creepy men's places on the side of the road, but random bodies on the floor and doors wide open.
Mhm.
I was hoping for nature, but more so like a bountiful nature full of fruits and berries and such.
Nice. All right. So while people don't have much, it's like a lot of scavengers as far as people that you see, types of supplies necessarily, but it does fill you at least a little bit that it seems that in the aftermath of this going away, people at least are more interested in being up and about. As you push further across the tundra here, and you can see in particular, there is a large fissure that has opened up in the plain here, where there are a few folks who have looked like they've traveled out, who within the fissure you see this enormous fire burning. And it looks like this group of 5 that don't get alarmed as you approach, but just kind of give a nod as you do, kind of seeing your clans, and they hold out their spears to the air as one just says, "Hey, you come in peace."
Yes, we do come in peace.
They smile. That. As you can join as a person pushing like almost like a wheelbarrow of corpses of various animals, dumps them into the flames. We've just been cleaning up after everything has these monstrous creatures all of a sudden started to get sick and died, and we want to make sure nothing revives. You're free. It's getting dark to be with us by these fires.
Oh, how long ago did your animals start getting sick?
Oh. A few weeks. Well,
Okay.
it's not as the animals got sick. They were infected by these plants almost. The plants finally began withering a
Yeah.
few days ago.
And you're not going to harvest some of the meat that's not tainted?
We're not sure what is tainted, what is not. We thought it best just to burn them.
Well, we could take a look at some of it, and if any of it's edible, I wouldn't mind helping cook it. I'm pretty good at that.
If you wish to gather, you can see they're like they've just dumped everything they've had almost immediately in here.
Hmm.
And you can even see at the very bottom, it looks like there's one burning carcass that looks like maybe 50 feet long.
Oh,
Mm.
what was that?
We call that a fisher worm.
A fisher worm.
Ooh. Nature check to see which one what specific animal that is.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. Thank God. That's a 30-20.
Nice. Fisher worm, you're actually familiar with these. They tend to the tops of them usually look like especially from far away can look like an animal to be hunted, and then they attract prey, and once prey gets up, it's like they just put like the very tips of their head up, and then as prey gets near, they use their enormous bodies to crack the earth to create like a 20-foot deep trench in which they then trap their prey and devour them.
Mm.
It's kind of
Gotcha.
somewhat naturally occurring monstrosities here. And so,
About how many-
No, good.
I was just going to ask about how many people looked like they were here.
around 5.
And what I was going to say is I see the burning carcasses. That's a shame. Those things are delicious.
Just laugh. Oh, they got an aggressive. This one attacked some travelers. It went searching instead of tempting, I guess you could say.
Well, I think it would be safe to camp here in a larger group tonight.
Oh, you are welcome. The fire is warm, if nothing else.
That's good. We can share stories of the road. And Nala's a very trusting sort, so she'll just kind of make herself at home here.
Normally, Alora wouldn't be trusting strangers. However, seeing more so the animals, I'd say she'd wager they're more hunters than anything else, which immediately would make her more trusting towards them. As for what she would do, she would probably, seeing how most of the time she's been eating prey and the predators of the like, she's definitely hunted some like venomous animals of sorts. So I'd figure that she'd probably be looking through some of the carcasses, seeing if there's anything edible or a way to cut around like the tainted meat to preserve the freshness of the other.
Amazing. And they've like skin dens that are or hide tents that are in and about, and they tell their stories, and it's they have what seems to be some root vegetables that they've carried with them that they begin to roast. If Nala wants to cook, she certainly can.
Oh yeah, she's definitely going to help. Especially given her ability, so she'll help make them all a little healthier. And she is going to ask some questions to them, though, because, it's been a while since we've met some people on the road here. Have any of you traveled through any major cities?
They talk. Indeed. Well, we have do as we must. We try to stay away from them, at least. The one talking kind of says, "I do."
Where have you been?
Yes. Oh, we lost somebody and they came back. To begin answering. Myself. Where? Sorry, this stupid pop-up came right where I was trying to look, and my stuff kind of came up there. There we go. It's like I was about to say something, and then my brain would not process it. The closest I'll get to civilization is Fort Threntis.
Fort Threntis. I don't think we've been there before. What's it like?
It's an interesting sort. I guess you could say they dwarves mostly.
Wow.
They supposedly there's a civilization that they left in Utaspaya long ago. They'll tell you the tale over and over if you let them, but they from there found themselves put out. It was a nation, from my understanding, of dwarves and gnomes, even halflings, I believe, that then from there spread out, and much of the forts, he kind of talks a bit, it goes, you find are from them, of course, Rentis, Raven Pass, Cobblestone Citadel. It's where many of the gnomes made their home.
Cobblestone Citadel. That sounds cool. We've got to go there, guys.
And even some river trading port near Ponturus. But that's basically, you could say, I try not to go into the larger places, like Elkin, unless we have to.
What's wrong with Elkin? I've never been, so I don't know.
People go to Elkin I find they lose all sense of clan and family.
Oh.
So, I mean, there are people, don't get me wrong, but they just see things differently. The idea of sacrifice. You don't see any Elkin knights out here, that's what I'll say.
So they're like a bunch of fancy pants rich people?
Don't know if I'd call any of them rich, but some maybe. But yes, I think I've just given up the ways. Which is their right. Just isn't where I like to be.
Yeah.
Like my life out here.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't for us who'd do this, and if everyone acted like them, there'd be no room. And I guess they don't seem to appreciate it. I guess that's what gets me in the groin, you could say, is they look down on those who try to keep the land, keep it free, keep it safe, keep things from taking it over.
Well, my friends and I are probably going to have to find some place to restock at some point, and we were considering Elkin, but hearing about it, is there any better places to...
Oh, to restock Elkin would be a fine place, I would think. That's if you need supplies, then you need to do it by coin.
Okay.
When it's begrudged that. The forts, they might have something for you, but they themselves, as it suggests, they are places of safety and like to keep their supplies inward. If you're willing to do a job They typically have things that can be hunted, creatures that have been causing problems for those traveling. But they wouldn't. They don't really accept coin, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I just think it's really cool that the 5 of you are out here making your own way. That's kind of, I don't know. There's just something beautiful about that.
I think you're probably the few who think so these days. But all the same, I appreciate the gesture.
You'll really appreciate this suit, let me tell you.
Well, maybe you should clarify that.
Thank you, smile. Thank you.
I just told her today that I felt good enough to like help her out. And
So,
maybe,
what's
you
the
know,
most dangerous thing you all have come across out here?
Yeah, but I just need to be super clear with her because she says she's not playing next week. I have no doubt in my mind. She's not playing
Seconds.
next week.
Is it right?
No,
Thank you. Appreciate you exactly what I was just seconding there, Jackie. I'm like, let me just I've been there. Yeah, I'm kind of think for a moment. As they say, the most dangerous. That is a hard one. Things that aren't big enough to hunt alone tend to hunt in packs. But I think I contemplate here. So a bit more to the south. Here we go. In the Dry Valley. There are creatures, this particular type, that hunt you in your dreams.
Oh.
You first you dream of you see them. What they really look like, I'm not sure, but seem to appear differently to everyone who sees them. And then you begin to dream about them. And they're cute or small or otherwise not of notice. And then slowly they, night after night, will begin to get larger. They even leave with you out of the dry lands, sorry, the dry valley. And, well, it seems like people waste away.
Nala thinks back to those dreams we had when we captured that thing in the bottle.
Sarai over here. As you see this woman who's their age, kind of gives a nod. She has a technique of linking dreams together, so these things can be hunted within this place. If you can kill it in the dream, it makes them weaker in the real world. You can find them wherever their nesting spot is, take them out. It's dangerous hunting, but they fetch a good amount of goods. As they kind of looks at everyone, and they kind of all smile. And they each take out these like swords that have these silver runes. They go, "We were able to get this set by capturing some of them."
Wow. What type of silver is that?
Oh, this. I'm not sure the dwarves in the fort made it.
That's incredible. We used to have a friend who could, do dream type things. Is it magic that you use?
So, she nods. She goes, "It's a type of magic. It's so. Is it? I guess you could call it that. Although, it's a ritual. It's about before night. It's about everyone enjoying the same story, sharing a meal, even sleep in similar positions around the fire. There's the sameness that we then use to pull our minds together to do a dream walk, to dream and be one through that. Because it, she kind of blushes, originally developed from our wedding rituals.
And how long does it take to learn that type of ability?
When I train people, it's usually a week or so.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have a week, but maybe we'll meet up again sometime and you could train us.
That would be good. And this is kind of been going friendly, so she takes this bracelet she has. There's a bead on it that looks like it's made of this kind of clear crystal. She tosses it to you. She goes, "There are people who are good at finding people if they have something. Feel free to find me."
Okay. It's very nice of you. Like I said, we're kind of needed back in another place. We're going to hopefully help some people and fulfill a promise we made a while back. It's difficult times out here in Syria.
Indeed, it's good to keep your word. We do appreciate your company, though.
We appreciate yours. And she'll start serving everybody the food she's made.
Nice.
And they are welcome to the temp HP.
Nice.
Dang, you so nice.
Well, they're nice too. They're kind of offering to do something really awesome in the future for us. So
Yeah, they eat and enjoy. Again, just giving anyone a chance in this scene that would like it.
So, like, things that Azariah is currently doing, besides listening in the background, he seems to be taking a few notes. And if you look at the notes, it's not like he's keeping a secret. It's on a journal or anything like that. He's just keeping notes of things that maybe we should look for while we're in the city. He does remember hearing that, some of the distaste people had for Elkin, because it is, a trading city and such. It does get a lot of different cultures and stuff like that. So a lot of people around that are, particularly one with the tribes, do look at it with disdain. But I'm looking at it for a new opportunity to, one, stay busy, and two, get some more some supplies for our journey to the ruins, as well as maybe even some people that could lead me further into the context for the root binders of the Southern Forthers.
So kind of just talking to them about that, or you're thinking about that in the future.
Yeah. So this things I'm like writing down. Things
You
that we should
journaling
do
about,
before.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. And then, this comes so close. Remind me, was your idea to go straight to Guntar, by grabbing the road, or were you trying to stop at Pharrell first?
Yeah, I think we were just gonna try. I don't think we had any business in Pharrell. I don't even think we stopped there before. I think we were
You
just trying to
didn't.
get to the road and get to Guntar and then go
Perfect.
to. Okay.
Just trying to. I want to. Yeah.
All good.
Absolutely. Sounds like a plan.
What's the name of that dwarf city?
Frentis. All right. As you go out your next day, if there's nothing else, everyone can give me a D8 again.
For sure. Do we process as a long rest or no?
You can process long rest, yes.
Right. My
going
exhaustion is
to-
gone.
I'm going to do a ritual, and by ritual I mean I'm doing some cartomancer stuff here. Since I had some leftover spell slots, it's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Yes, I hear you.
Right. Also, I'm gonna try to go see Robin. So
Very good.
we put her
Hmm.
in the cover. But I don't
Find it, idiot. No. No.
And put back your 20 temp.
All right. And then, so did everyone give me their D8?
Oh, I got a 5.
I got it too.
By 6.
Nice. Sounds good. With that, then, next few days, you see these signs until you finally begin to make it back to Guntar. As you approach, you can see that the great walls that were surrounding it as you left, especially the hut, have been cracked, kind of lie open, bits of it almost thrown, much of it kind of towards the village itself. How would you like to proceed?
Walk toward that building.
Ew, what is it?
Did you have something else, right?
Sorry, I got caught in something, but I think wait. So because I know we came down at night. Is it morning again? Are we traveling during the light?
Yes.
Okay. But we haven't made it to Gunthar yet.
No, we are.
You are.
Oh, we are. Okay, I thought I didn't. Okay. I guess I didn't want to spend too much time there. I think we wanted to keep it business.
So when you came in, you saw that you were sorry. You obviously missed. So you were approaching and you saw the wall around the hut as though it's been shattered and thrown around.
Oh, okay. Right.
So it was like a there.
Okay, so it's not the wall around the town though, because there was a wall around the town as well, right?
By the road, yeah.
It was a tower, I remember.
Yeah, the tower, not so much a wall.
Oh, okay. Good call. Good call, Nella. Okay, well, shoot. I guess we might as well check out the hut. It looks pretty dead, pretty brown, pretty not alive, I guess.
Yeah, as you begin to investigate the hut itself, you can see where it seems like a thick root had broken through the center of the hut, and then ground is uprooted as though the thing here and what appears to be several other things had headed closer to the village proper.
All right, let's check the city. Let's check the people. Make sure everyone's all right.
All right, let's run there. I'll make sure there's no green that we're missing in here. I'll look deep in the center where that what seemed to be like a root was, just to make sure there's nothing left behind.
And my first stop is going to be the inn because I know that's where the kids were being kept.
Absolutely. Give me a perception check.
Me for looking at the root? Is that what you're?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm at -2 now. Perception. Okay, so 13.
Okay. Yeah. Like looking about, it's hard to see exactly what happened. But you can definitely tell that there were more than one creature here affected, as though it wasn't just one rooted creature, it was several. And the pieces here remind you of what you saw in the middle of the glacier. The way that the ground is tore up here in the hut. It almost looks like a new breeding root was being rooted here, being made. And from what you can tell, it had moved. As you go further towards the town, it is quiet. And where the kids are being kept, you can see that the door and what looks like all around the door, like the wall around, has been torn and kind of pushed out. So something too big had made its way in. How would you like to proceed?
Okay, well, I'm obviously going to look for them in here.
Sure. I just wonder if there's any particular, like, you just barging in, like, like that's what.
Yeah,
I'm kinda
yeah, I am.
Okay,
I
cool.
got
Well, that's what I was going for.
Does
Does the town seem as lively as it once was? Like,
no,
it's not
No.
at all.
Quiet.
Yeah, I just yeah.
Sorry.
Is there a lot going on in the background there for you, JD?
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool, cool. We'll give it to you. I was just like,
Yeah.
am I?
Yeah,
What
no,
on?
I'm usually no, I got a lot of other stuff. So
Totally cool. Yeah, no, I said it was quiet. There wasn't any
Okay.
noise as you came in.
Yeah, I know the town wasn't really bustling. It's not a huge town before, but that is the main place where a lot of people went. So I think it is the best thing to just go in.
Absolutely. In that case, as you barge in, you can see that there is a what looks like the dead bulb of the person you had talked to, as if their legs had grown into this plant. And you remember hearing about the guards, as the guards are like melted into this, the ones that had gone in. And at this point, you hear the sound of 30 crossbows tightening as all the villagers kind of like jump out. Seeing it's you, give this sigh of relief. The children and everyone comes to give you our huge hugs. Go, thank goodness.
Aw.
Yeah. Is everyone okay?
Yes. As you even see the herbalist who you talked to that lived on the outside, she tells you, "We are." I had come in to do a final treatment and burst through. And we weren't about to be. We were all thrown, and then it screamed. And as it fell, we all attacked with torches, and we were able to take care of it. It's good I had made plenty of that pesticide you told me to make.
Yeah. Let me guess. This happened a couple of days ago.
Yes, does this mean you were successful?
Yeah. Yeah, we took it down.
She claps and is very excited.
Unfortunately, not without a cost.
She looks and realizes, oh no. Is she gone?
Yeah. But died a hero.
Through our sacrifice, it's why we are both here, as I point to, like, showing Alora and myself.
And she did it for all of us. You all included, of course.
The one of the town leaders kind of comes up as they like what you said. What can we make in her honor, if anything?
You know, Layla loved the stars. Maybe you can create a place where people can enjoy the stars.
And odd. Can build a mount. We have some things anyway. And there's a feature. They start talking now. There's a little hill that they can make something, and we go. We will at least do this to commemorate those who saved our children and undoubtedly saved all of us. It spoke of having to make a new heart root. That's what it wanted to do.
Well, is there anything we can do too? I mean, there's obviously been some exterior damage here, and I'm sure we can help with repairs.
Indeed, we would very much appreciate it.
So maybe we'll spend the day here, and if that's all right, she looks at Azariah and Alora.
A nod.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And plus, I look forward to playing with the kids again. I mean, I'm a kid too, right?
But they seem
Even they pick up on this. They're like, ooh, and they kind of look and they see. I think you look at Alara. They're like, someone stepped in it.
Do they seem cured though now? No one's responding in things of emotion with squawks or barks or any other craziness.
Yeah, so you see that between the medicine, everything you've done, they do seem fully cured. They're very grateful.
Okay. That's good.
And incidentally, she will have we've just been able to brood 4 more potions of greater healing.
Ooh.
That's useful.
But that is all that's going to be here as far as like potions.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
She's the only one who makes them here, and she had helped you out. I think she gave you one when you went to the swamp, when you came back from the swamp.
Yeah.
And again, that's what she.
Well, I'll hold on to one, and who wants to hold on to the second one?
Laura can do so.
All right.
Okay.
Laura has 2.
So you guys can both have 2 each.
I only have 1.
Oh, was there 4 total?
Aren't you going to take one?
No.
Oh, okay. And I'll take the second one.
Yeah, take 2 each. The both
All
of
right.
you. If I need one, I'll steal it from your dead bodies.
Exactly.
God damn it. Where the hell is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
after
that
I
reminds me.
fireball you.
The lady at the swamp. I was going to ask her about this. I found this, and it's a poison. It's Magebane poison. Do you know anything about it?
No, shut up.
Well, dang.
I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to you. Sorry, I forget I'm loud.
Dare you talk to this child that way? All right.
Indeed. The Magebane poison is in D&D Beyond.
Oh yeah, no, I know. She just wants to know if there's anything she can do with it, because I know she like dabbles in like apothecarious type stuff. I didn't know if she could do something where maybe she coats somebody's weapon with it or something. I really don't know.
So she'll look. She'll go. It does have to be ingested, I think.
Okay. Just checking.
But she kind of looks at it, and though I'd imagine one couldn't tell it apart from blueberries.
Interesting.
She gives you a sly smile. I could definitely know how this could come in handy given the right situation. I trust you.
That will definitely be useful information at some point in the future, believe me. All right.
Didn't want to do
So
that.
Nala will use her strength, obviously, today to help with repairs and like getting the doors back on and maybe helping either demolish or clean out the hut, depending on what they want to do with it.
Yeah. I would say if everyone is good, would you want to kind of take a week here just to kind of help them with everything? And
Let's go with me.
Yeah, whatever set amount of time we do need to, because we obviously didn't want to leave this place a pigsty, except Dala did. Laura and I didn't.
Whoa.
No, I'm kidding. So yeah, we'll definitely help out.
Why are you so obsessed with me, Matthew?
Very cool. In that case, any little vignettes that you want to hit? I know you do have some supplies. They've given you what they have. You can refill on rations and whatnot.
Nala will help with some of the people here, teaching them some different techniques with weapons, teaching the not like heavy stuff for the kids, but like at least just a little bit to know how to defend themselves, because it is Asilia and they're all kind of age of needing to know those skills. And so she's kind of like try to pass along some wisdom of combat to help them in case the need ever arises.
Yeah, I like that, and that's very well accepted. I mean, it's dangerous places around here.
I'm going to convince 10 creatures. Okay, I guess we can call them people that want to follow
They have
me
names.
into
That's
the
right.
abyss and be my followers forever, so that I can willingly teach them something once a day. A skill, or maybe a language, and that skill, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make a traveling worker union. I'm not going to do that. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry for wasting everyone's time.
I thought you were 100% serious. What are you doing?
I've been trying to think about how I can make Malfa's Quicken class into a Ponzi scheme.
Oh my god.
Pyramid scheme. So for you to join, you must deposit 10 gold coins every single day.
I will teach you a skill once a day that you'll know for 24 hours. Oh god.
Donations are well accepted.
Oh my goodness gracious. Get a Ponzi scheme.
No, I think the only thing I kind of want to do here, I wanted to meet up with the guy with the weird eyes. He seemed nice. It doesn't have to be. We don't have to actually RP with him, but I did want to, check in and make sure he's alive. He seemed nice. He had a cool story, and then I would look up his name, but my notes were forever taken from the deep thanks to Google Chrome. I
Oh
hate you.
no.
But yeah, I had an add-on that you could put notes into the URL that made it super convenient, and it's no longer a useful extension, so it deleted everything. Yeah, but it's all good. And then I don't know. That's kind of it. I would kind of really wanted to know. Well, we probably wouldn't be up here anytime soon, but for when we are back, if there's anything that particularly this city is looking for, or this town is looking for, that we could acquire at a city, or maybe somewhere where we when we head south.
Okay. Sorry, that last bit, you're looking for what before you head south?
Yeah, just wanted to know if there's anything particularly that the town needs when we head south or to Elkin.
Okay.
No, get down. Get off of me. How they're attacking.
I would say, as they would talk to you about going, let's see here. You're talking about Elkin?
Yeah, because we're going to go to Elkin, and then we're going to probably pass the fort, and then head to the ruins after that. I'm assuming.
Yeah, they actually would say, we would love to get trade going again. It's been sparse for so long. If I don't know if you could arrange for a wagon or caravan to come this way. If you think you can, we can begin stockpiling potions, ingredients, do up our harvesting, because we're low on iron. And they start to go over like just some of the needs that they've through just everything they've had to give out and to try to protect lately.
Yeah, so I'll talk of the irons that they need, and then some of the material that they have to trade, so that they can get some trade going again up here.
Talking about Elkin?
Yeah, they're seeking trade, regular trade from Elkin. A
Don't forget
caravan
what,
or two.
don't forget what we heard about those Elkin people.
No, I mean we learned about them before when they said that since all the trade coming in brings influences from outside countries, that a lot of the people do take up different ways, just because they don't follow the way of the land doesn't make them bad people. It just makes them removed.
I just worry they're the type of people who'll take advantage of a village like this. But
I think that it can get any worse than how it was with the blatant disparities of those that were treated wrongly and differently in Sionis.
and we can always threaten them to do worse than we did with that plant creature.
I wouldn't
That's one way of doing it.
Just that, but if you want to,
Well, last resort, just in case. Have it in the back pocket.
it's
You know.
good to have a plan Z.
If you'll excuse me, I'm going to go farm 5 XP off of bunny rabbits for the next 7 days.
Hey, don't take my job.
I'm gonna gonna attack some RuneScape cows.
My goodness. Oh, very cool. Yeah, any other projects for the week? Or I would also say any things you want to send back to your home clan base?
I was just actually about to ask you guys if there's something that you guys want me to send to the Bastion. I did actually have some things that I wanted to go back with. And I guess because we had it where they sent it to us beforehand, right?
Yeah.
I guess this is how it's so funny, because this is how Layla got the bag of holding. I'm not sure if they use it. I haven't used my broom of flying once. Not once.
Last time I did the research on Star Metal that we got.
Right. But if there's anything that you guys want me to build up, I can definitely do so.
Well,
I've got to check.
We still technically, there's only 3 of us now, but we do have, more places available that we can use.
are we able to send items back to the clan?
I'm guessing we could figure out a way to do that.
There's a postal delivery.
I would say, especially if because whenever, as long as we're doing this, which we probably will be in some sort of city or town, I would definitely say you can try to. Would probably say you'd probably need to spend about 100 gold
Okay.
to hire people to take it back.
Right.
Okay.
With 100 gold fee, you can essentially have all that go forward.
Cool. I can get jiggy with that.
Well, I don't really have. Well, I guess I do actually have a little bit of research ideas in my head, for instance, that silver we just learned about was interesting, but I think I need to know more about it before I can research it.
Yeah, well, because there's places you can go where you're going to get some more information.
Yeah, and probably when we get to that dwarf city is when I'll figure out the most about it. Or if we ever go to the dry lands and do that ritual. So I've already researched Star Metal, and I don't know if at the moment I have a major topic to research, so I might hold for a second or two.
All right.
Actually, do we have I believe it's is there a garden for herbs and poisons?
I don't know. I genuinely don't remember. It's been so long since we've been.
Wait, so what do you say? Do we have what?
A garden.
We do have a greenhouse.
That's what it was. It was a greenhouse, but no, I'm actually hold up. I gotta look into the Bastion because I know there's a difference between the two, and what I was gonna have. No, I guess they both have that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I see. No, the greenhouse is multiple of that, and then the garden is only that one specific.
Yeah. Implement. Okay. So this is what I'm thinking, guys. Does anyone I don't have don't have dark vision. Goggles of the night. Does anybody need what else? You could also do potion of water breathing, potion of swimming, jumping, warmth, robe of useful items, wand of secrets, rope of climbing, an immovable rod.
For a second there, I thought you said immovable rock. I don't know why. That's why I heard.
I think what I am going to do. Well, none of you. Well, this would actually be not useful for any of you guys. Okay. Interesting. I am going to put in a order for a potion. You know what? Stop it. Stop it. Don't do this.
I guess I could research healing magic.
You can research healing magic. Oh, willy-nilly like? For funsies? I guess you don't wear armor, do you? Huh?
I don't.
Wow. All right.
I use a shield though.
Yeah. I'm gonna put in an order with my arcane study to create the uncommon arcana object of a mithril armor. So that maybe I can finally use the advantage for the first time that this cloak has ever given me. So I will put in an order basically to replace my current armor, which is heavy armor. So I think I'll probably just do a mithril chain, I guess. Something of the sort. As I get that ready to send that message. Is there anything else anybody else wants? So I can get all the messages at once, or you could write it down too. We don't have to necessarily, I guess, send it right this second.
I was thinking of harvesting some poisons so I can have some poison tipped arrows. That might be something slightly useful. That way I'm not so reliant on some of the spells I have. But the only thing is, I'm not too sure which one I should go for. I'm leaning towards Malice for that DC 15 con. If I just want poison. I think something simple, no?
Poison it up. Why not?
Yeah, because I'm thinking that because it needs to be more or less it needs to be viable than anything. God, if only we were rich.
Well, we got a decent amount of money, but it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. I think, it'd be better just for at least for what I'm trying to go for, and just grabs. Oh no, it's in hell. Damn. So check.
Well, that you guys are figuring that out. I have to go do something for about 5 minutes. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Yep, no problem. I'm actually so happy that I'm finally doing something with the Bastion because I completely forgot about them again.
Mhm.
What other facilities do we have?
Well, we basically can only technically do one order per person, but we have a smithy, a stable, a greenhouse, a workshop, a library, an arcane study, a theater room, and a trophy room.
I don't know. I think at least for the way my kit's set up, I think it might be better just to stick with like that greenhouse and poison, because the only other thing is maybe some more decent armor, so I'm not so squishy. But I'm not too sure because I haven't really been using the armor too much. It's mainly been situational. What do you think?
You need to fly more. I think
What?
Can't you fly with it?
Only like by a few, like I think it's like 5 feet, and that's it. It's not that good, and it's like doesn't really help with. To be honest, the only thing that it did help was with that last boss fight and the fact that I had advantage against plants on save throws. But other than that, it's really not that useful. Let me just double check that I'm reading that correctly, though. Yeah, because it's mainly Animal Messenger and Speak with Plants.
Right.
That's getting it. But I already have Animal Messenger, and I haven't really been speaking with plants. Like, it's helped us maybe like twice. So that's the only other thing I'm thinking about.
Yeah, I mean, you could always put an order into like the workshop for something.
I don't know because it's 50-50. Because do I want survivability or do I want more versatility?
Yeah, like for instance, like something that you can get +1 ammunitions with it, which I think you get like 20 pieces depending, at a time or whatever. Yeah, it just depends on what you can get. Another, well, no, that's only for the arcane, but there's you can get gloves of missile snaring, gloves of swimming and climbing.
Do you have the whatchamacallit, what we have available at the moment?
What do you mean?
For the workshop.
But what do you mean by what we have available? Like what current bastions we have? If you go into the bastions channel, they should be up there. Just look for January 5th. It's also
I skipped over it. Oh, okay. I was like, where's that at? Because I was looking at it and I couldn't find it.
You're
and
good.
I found out where it was. Let's see. Yeah, because those are the only things I'm thinking about. Is either the greenhouse or the workshop, either poison or versatility. So let me take a look on workshop, and if I can't find anything, then I'll just go with the poison, which isn't that bad either.
No,
It's pretty good.
oh my gosh,
What's up?
Nala. There's a spice pouch that you can order. Keywords handy spice pouch.
Any spice pouches
It
go.
appears empty and has 10 charges. While holding the pouch, you can take a magic action to expend one charge, name any non-magical food seasoning, and remove a pinch of the desired seasoning from the pouch. A pinch is enough to season a single meal. The pouch regains 1d6 plus 4 expended charges daily at dawn. It's amazing.
Oh, I see. So hang on, real quick. For the one we have, we can craft magical items or not?
No, you can craft anything that it says within the bastion table. So implement.
Oh.
So for the workshop, it would be implements that are common or uncommon. For the arcane study, it would be uncommon and common for the arcana table.
Gotcha. Okay. Looking for it now.
Oh yeah, questions anybody had that we had to go over?
Yeah, I'm looking at them. I think I'm gonna go with just the poison one, just to keep it simple.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's poison my enemies. Let's go with. Let's see, either serpent's venom. Actually, no. Hold up. No. Let's take. Oh no, that's 2,000 gold pieces. Yeah, let's go with serpent's venom. That's because that's injury, and I can just apply it to the weapon.
Nice.
I guess why should I be a chain shirt wearing wizard when I can just be a plate wearing wizard? It is an option to create instead. Well, yep, plate armor, ring, scale, and split. Okay. Gosh, oh my gosh, that'd be ridiculous. Let's do it.
Nice.
Mithril plate wearing.
What about you, now? Any ideas?
No.
You sure you don't want the spice pouch?
No, I'm good.
No spice
Are you
pouch.
gonna choose anything? Because then I'm gonna just choose something for you.
No, I'm not going to choose anything.
All right, you get a gift. You don't know what it is, but there's a gift.
Random gift in the dice.
I'll put it all in what we're doing here. Mithril, plate armor, and poison. What kind of poison was it?
Serpent's venom. That's what it was.
Serpents.
Thank God I read that correctly, because some of these are only inhale poison.
Nice.
I put in an order for a brooch of shielding that I'm gonna hide upon Nala's person. One day you'll thank me. Someone's gonna be throwing some huge bolts of whatever. You're gonna be like, "What is this?" And then not even touch you and be like, "What is that?"
I did see the bag of tricks that we've been so far. Oh, actually, I could go chaos and just say screw it and run that.
All right.
Okay. So, any other things just as like your time as we wrap up people's time here?
I think that's it there.
Yep.
All right. As we get ready to kind of hit the road, we will end for tonight.
Yay.